أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين أبو القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. السلام عليكم. The subject started as knowing Allah through the 50 words. Inshallah, through the discussion you'll understand why we called it the 50 words and how we will know Allah inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala from that. I would like to start first, and probably now you are sort of used to how I do things. So we start with this Hassan, and this is this gentleman Hassan. He visited a new place, and in this new city he found everybody so happy. They are working and they are all in good health and really enjoying their life. And he came here to work and he did not understand why everybody is happy. So he did ask them, and they said, well, I mean, why should we not be happy? Because we have a very good king. He provides us with everything we need. So he was excited. That's interesting. Everybody happy in this city. So he decided to go further. He spent the night, and in the morning this gentleman came and told him, I hear that you won't work. Do you want to come and work with me? So he did go to work with him. So subhanallah, from the first day he does have a work, and he was really enjoying it. He enjoyed working with this gentleman, and this continued until one day he was really sick. So he couldn't go to work, and he spent the day at home in bed. But for his surprise, he found a gentleman sitting beside him, reciting dua for him and looking after him. And he said, who are you? He said, well, the king has sent me to you. So that's very strange. So first the king sent the first man to give me a job, and now he sent another one to look after me. Apparently this is very good king. I really want to know him. So he decided to go and to go all the way to the king. But the problem is he cannot see where the king is living. So he decided to go in the road to that king. And while he's walking, another gentleman came to him and told him, what are you doing, Hassan? He said, well, I really want to see or to know this king a bit more. He said, well, probably it's a bit difficult road, but I can help you and advise you how to go there. So he asked him, if you love someone, how can you be closer to him? And Hassan said, well, I should know him better, and then I need to know what he likes, so then we can share something together and we start acting like a friend to him. He said, well, if you want that, then let's see how he wants you to know him. So this king has introduced himself in this way, and inshallah we all start with how the king introduced himself to us. So do you know who's the king then? Do you?
Yes.
Good. So that's how Allah introduced himself to us. Let's listen to it.
إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Allah, none has the right to be worshipped but He, the ever-living, the one who sustains and protects all that exists. Neither slumber nor sleep overtakes Him. To Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth. Who is he that can intercede with him except with his permission? He knows what happens to them in this world and what will happen to them in the hereafter. And they will never compass anything of his knowledge except that which he wills. His footstool extends over the heavens and the earth, and he feels no fatigue in guarding and preserving them. And he is the Most High, the Most Great.
Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So the question is, why this verse? Why Allah introduced himself to us in this verse, and why is it important? I will actually use what our Prophet ﷺ told us. Our beloved Prophet says, the master of the Quran is Surah Al-Baqarah, and the master of Surah Al-Baqarah is the verse of Kursi that we just recited. Oh Ali, he was talking to Imam Ali. It has 50 words, so it should be words. In each word, 50 blessing. So that's why we are going, inshallah, through the 50 words to see how can we know Allah, inshallah, better, and how that can hopefully help us in our life. Any questions till now? No? Who's playing with the keyboard? It's a bit loud on my side. If you want to.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just writing notes down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll try quieting it down.
If you want to mute it, and then if you want to ask a question, you can put it again.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. So we start, inshallah, with Allahu la ilaha illa hu. I will not take a lot in this, explaining what Allah means, because this is a name that He chose to Himself. And it's been said it's the collection of all His Asma'ul Husna. All the good names is collected in Allah. So in reality, Allah is the great name of Allah. And if we know its reality, He can help us a lot. But I'll go to La ilaha illa hu. To start with of La ilaha illa hu, which is no God but He, I'll start with this. All of you like these things, right? Unfortunately, you do. I have to confess, I use them also in a good way. But if we take one of them and we think about it, how many people have made them? So could it be 3? Yes.
Yes.
So most probably, yeah, it can. Probably many more. Could it be 2?
Yeah.
Also, it could be. And could it be 1?
Yes.
Definitely could be. Could be none. Could it be none?
No.
Cannot be. There should be a maker. This is very simple logic, but it's very profound in the same time. There should be a maker. Things does not come. A system like this does not come by itself. So I would not give a lot of time to prove His existence, because it's prevailing that there should be an existence who brought these things to exist. So I'll go to the second thing. I know we are not going to play a game, but just imagine we are playing a game. And this game, you have this paper, and it has drops, and each one of you is holding it. Then I will give you some hidden message. One of you will be a pink, holding pink, and the others blue. So only when I say pink, you have to what they call it, pull it. So let's imagine that of these 6, 4 will get pink, and all of you now waiting for this, and I will say pink. What will happen? Definitely that will happen, right?
Yeah.
So if anything get pulled from many sides, it get ripped apart. Agree?
Yeah.
Simple logic? Alright. Let's take this further. If we go to a country, so this country, if it is ruled by many kings, what would you expect to happen?
Obviously.
War?
Whoa, excellent. That's exactly right. Heaps of wars, and that's actually, we know those who love history and study it in the school, they would know that so many wars in this country because so many kings there. And wars can do what? If they keep on fighting and fighting, it will rip the country apart, isn't it? So what we saw with the paper, it can happen in reality. And the only thing is, only if one king can control it, things can stay apart. Let's take another example. The whole universe. So we started with the paper, to a kingdom, to the whole universe. If the whole universe is ruled by many kings or many powers, what will happen to the galaxy? If each of the stars want to control the others, what will happen?
Destruction.
Total destruction. Well done. That's exactly what will happen. Right. Let's go now to the smallest, to the atom. In this atom, what happens if each proton want to control and take over? That would rip the atom apart, isn't it? It will be ripped apart, and that would be a nuclear bomb. So reality is, if anything get controlled by many things, we'll change to a nuclear bomb. The last thing we want to be. So now let's apply it on ourselves. The human being. What happened to the human being if get controlled by many kings? And the question is, what kings controlling us? In the old days, what's the old kings? Do you know these?
Yes.
Who are they? It's the Greek gods and goddesses. And this is Jupiter. Do you know Jupiter? Is that Zeus? I thought it was Jupiter. Right. So these are the old. So they used to give the powers to kings. Now, what are the new kings? Think about it. The new kings that control the human being. Could that be a king?
No.
Why? Yes, it can. It can control a lot, isn't it? We love to go to eat outside. We spend lots of time in doing this, in serving this particular king.
The brain control the mind.
I think the stomach is controlling the mind, isn't it? Can you see a stomach there? This is a stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one.
You say that these are new kings, but these kings have been around for a long time.
That's well done. That's very right. But because nowadays we think that, especially in the civilized country where they think now they are out of God's always there in this particular type. So what I'm saying by new is new to our understanding, but as you rightly said, they are not new at all. What about the anger?
Very controlling. Anger's not new. If the people got angry in the street.
Actually, if you are angry, you're totally out of control. Your anger is controlling you. So that's another king. What about this? This is definitely a king. I'm not going to... this can actually change many things in our life, unfortunately. What about this one? Leadership and fame.
Yes.
Yeah, that's... Many people fight for it, isn't it? Even those who are really pious and they don't look for eating or anything like that, they do fight just to be famous.
And too much power?
Say that again.
Nothing.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. So all this actually controlled by the biggest of king. That's this. I love me. Me is the big king. And this is really my God, isn't it? The one which, if I don't control it well, it controls me. It's not controls me, it's the one which make me move, unfortunately. It's my ego. And that's how much I love myself and to do things. So I have to be worried. And all these are not real king. That's an illusion king. The real king is only this. who should control them all, inshallah. So, what happens if we have more than one God in ourselves?
Conflict.
We will be ripped apart. Well, I've just shown you that the paper, a kingdom, the galaxy, the universe, and an atom, all of them, if they get controlled by many people, or by many powers, or by many gods, they get ripped apart. So we have to be really careful. If we play this game, and once upon a time we played it, if we have two teams, and one of them will have his eye covered, and he will have 3 people to guide him to each place, and we give each of these people a different plan. So in reality they think they are right and they are not. So if 3 guides guide this poor man to reach to the treasure, would he reach it?
No.
No. And that's exactly what happened when we have more than one king. So if we have these kings, the king of desire, the king of anger, the king of fame, all interfere with the real king, we will go all over the place. So I need to decide where my loyalty is. Is it to my stomach? Is it to my anger? Is it to my me? Or is it to Allah?
Allah.
All of us would love to say that, but I will leave that to you really to decide between you and yourself, who am I following? So I'll give you this. Let's work with this gentleman who called Zayd. So Zayd is a pious, it's a very nice gentleman like all of you, and he tried hard to be good and pray and all these things. But he had also, as any of us, for example, he loves soccer so much, and each one of you would love something. One of you love computer, one of you love, I don't know, cricket, whatever. But he really spent good time in there. And then when he put all his energy in it, he get tired and then he comes back to eat, right? And then, you know, if you are tired from soccer or from any game and then you come to eat, your stomach will take the energy. What will happen to you? You feel very tired. You want to do some work, and that's where you end with. What did he miss?
His work.
And what else?
Yeah.
Right, actually he should have prayed somewhere. There's no time for it. What took his time? Playing. Why did he play?
Taking that fun.
Because he
his eyes controlled him.
Because he loved it. So there's some desire has pushed him to that. It's nothing wrong with soccer or eating or working. All of them right. But if what controls it is me, it will go to me rather than to Allah. So how can I find under whose influence a person is? Think about it. If I go to a new school and I have a group of people, a group of students, and I want to see that particular man, who does he love? How can I know that? Or who he want to go with? What do you think?
You see how loyal the person is.
Loyal to whom? To the particular group or something like that.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So the first thing you would notice that what is he always talk about? What's always with him? What he thinks about? What's his interest? What takes most of his thinking? So if somebody talks, for example, if you've seen somebody who always talk about the games, you know that he's involved totally in that. If somebody talks always about food, he's so much involved in that. So you can actually, right from the beginning, for example, somebody talks about a person, so you know he wants to be, or a group, he wants to be with that person or that group, isn't it? That's how you decide. So if I want to know how much I want to be with Allah, let's look at myself and see how much I talk about it, with myself at least, with others. When I want to see anybody around me to see where is he, what does he want to do and where is he going, probably that's the way to go, isn't it? So these are the partners. When something taking most of my time, it is the partner. When Allah said La ilaha illallah, so He should be the only one, and there should be no partner with Him. So this is the end for today, and the weekly exercise that we would like to go through. First, the most important thing is to try to memorize or listen to Ayatul Kursi, because that's how Allah recommended us to know Him, and that's the best way to know Him, inshallah. The second is we apply what we took today. What could be the meaning of this verse? وَمَا يُؤْمِنُ أَكْثَرُهُمْ بِاللَّهِ إِلَّا وَهُمْ مُشْرِكُونَ. And most of them believe not in God without associating other partners with Him. This can be frightening, because He's talking about us, and He's saying that all of us who we claim that we are mu'min, we do have some, what we call in Arabic, shirk, but to understand it better, we take other partners. So each one of us really need to find out, think about it. What is the thing that takes most of my time? And this is the partner of Allah that I need to work, inshallah, in these 3 months to remove this from myself. Do you think that's doable?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So it's up to you, either you tell me or tell somebody, because alone usually is difficult to do it. But if we can find at least one God in ourselves and get rid of it, it usually helps if we tell somebody that's how we are working with. Alright? Any question? Let's do salawat first, and you think. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.